Hey tribe, Dawna here from Transformational Healing. And today I'm hoping to encourage you to inspire each other. So, we're going to hear for our regular weekly spiritual check in. Let me know if you can hear me okay. And if you're watching this on the replay, make sure that you open up the live chat and you can actually see all the stuff that people are posting if you want, or comment in the post yourself. So grab your tea and we're going to get started. Um, so when you join in, make sure that you let us know that you're here, say hi, and we will go from there. So I am drinking chai today, and I'm still a little bit under the weather. I got yet another bug, which has been quite the inspiration to me. Um, and that's part of what I wanted to talk about. Our weekly word is inspire for the week in the tribe. So we'll be giving all kinds of inspirational tips and tricks and DIYs and things like that throughout the week. On all of our social media platforms, but especially in the Transformational Healing group and if you are on the email list. So if you're not on the email list yet, you might want to join that. You can find that by going to transformationalhealingbydawna.com/tribe. And that will get you on our email list that sends out weekly themes and DIYs, special discount codes for just tribe members, sometimes bigger discounts than what's for sale on the store, on the shop front, and different things like that. So, as I said, I have chai tea today. I'm hoping that some of the warming things in it will help to warm up my chest and help me get rid of the crud. So, Rachel says, I forgot to wash my muslin bags, so I've got regular store chai today instead of my detox chai. Aha. Rachel's turned my detox tea into chai. So, yeah, I'm on regular store chai to vanilla chai actually today. So, speaking of inspiration, sometimes it's the things that you wouldn't think that you can get inspiration from. So I am encouraging you to all work to inspire yourself, to inspire all of those that are around you, and give them a little bit of encouragement, or send just little tips and tricks and things that you think that they might enjoy to other people randomly. Randomly smile at people in the grocery store, things like that. So my inspiration for this week has been that since I was mostly sleeping most of the week and just taking tons of tinctures and vitamins and all that kind of stuff, was that it has inspired me to be more mindful that there are lots of bugs and critters and crud and creeping crud outside everywhere. And just because I'm taking my normal routine does not mean that I'm immune. So it has inspired me to pay more attention to those people who may be sick around me, so I do not get sick yet again. So it has also inspired me to, I had made a couple of tinctures the last time that I got sick, and by request for someone else that needed some of the tinctures, but I realized that I actually needed them to add to my repertoire. So you will be seeing in the shop very, very soon, because they are strained and ready, lemon balm, that's probably backwards to you guys. Melissa, which is a nervine, and also helps to calm and soothe the nervous system, and does a lot of other things as well for antiviral stuff. And cat's claw, which is also called una de gato, and it is very helpful as an antiviral. to help you when you're sick. It's a pretty strong one, so it's one that I don't take all the time, but right now I've had to add that to my daily doses of what I'm taking. So since that meant I strained it and got it ready to go, um, I'm going to be making labels and getting that listed. So little bits of inspiration here and there. Rachel says, it's been snowing all day here. It's so beautiful and peaceful looking. That's awesome. That snow has not yet hit here. It's supposed to start tonight around like 7 o'clock. So tomorrow we'll see how beautiful that snow is when we wake up in the morning. So, what else have you guys been doing to work on inspiring yourself? Or what other types of things are inspiring you to get your butt in gear and pay more attention and be more mindful, like my experience? um, like I said, inspiration doesn't always come from those beautiful, wonderful scenes and those wonderful ideas. Inspiration sometimes comes when you're stuck on the couch and achy and can't move, and you're just stuck in a meditative state for a week. Lots of new ideas for the shop since, I had to slow down and stop moving. So, Rachel says, could you explain the Melissa a little bit more? You said it's a nervine. So, what sort of things does that help with? I'm wondering if it would be helpful for neuropathy. Let's see. I don't think that Melissa is helpful for neuropathy. I'm actually going to click over here and look that up because my brain is not is not thinking too well. I do not think that it is helpful for neuropathy, though. It's more for like calming and soothing, helping to reduce stress and anxiety. I use it in my sleepy time tea or my sleep tea. It does improve indigestion and appetite type things, helping a little bit with like gas or bloating, those things I'm remembering. I'm looking to see what else we have here. So, it does taste kind of lemony and kind of minty. That's kind of cool. Even in the tincture is actually very yummy. Unlike the cat's claw, which is very herby and extremely strong and kind of, how do you explain that? When you take dragon's blood tincture to dry out your sinuses, when you put one drop, just one single drop, on your tongue, it like acts like it spreads across your mouth, like it turns your mouth into like that cotton ball feeling. The cat's claw does a very similar thing where it must be very astringent and it kind of just like dries everything up as it goes. So getting back to Melissa or lemon balm, it is used for cold sores, which is one of the reasons why I had added it to the when I had originally made it was for anxiety, stress, insomnia, and cold sores because it helps to lessen that hormone that is creating the anxiety, which is also what can make those cold sores kind of happen is when you get into that high stress. So it helps that way for it. And it says also on here, on WebMD, it says it's used for dementia, but they don't see anything for that. Let's see what they're saying. I like to use WebMD because sometimes they have some good information if there's actually real scientific research behind just stuff that we use as herbal lore and that the naturopaths use and the reasons why we use it. Basically, it's just saying calmness, memory, and alertness of mental state. and reducing stress. And if you go over to here, um, yeah, that's the other thing. It also can help with menstrual cramps. And that's what I meant by the nervine. Like, it can help reduce cramping because it helps to soothe the nerves. But I don't know if it'll help with neuropathy, because with neuropathy, it's more like your nerves are not working. So it's not something that's going to stimulate the nerves to work with neuropathy. It's more something that's going to soothe the nervous system. So over on Healthline, it says stress, anxiety, cognitive function, the ability to think, insomnia, cold sores, indigestion, nausea, menstrual cramps, headache, toothaches. So, which is interesting. And it tells you all the different amounts in milligrams that they recommend on Healthline for you to take. I'm not going to talk about those things right now. But remember that I am not a doctor or anything like that. So I don't prescribe and treat. I just talk about those things that I use for myself. And I would use this myself for cold sores and sleep and trying to just get rid of stress. That's what I would use it for. Let's see. Nausea, menstrual cramps. Oh, it's also listing PMS in there a little bit, but that's kind of stress. So that kind of makes sense. And I've never seen anything about headache use, but it's saying that you can use it for toothache and headache use as well, which is interesting. I'm trying to look to see if there are any. Oh, okay. If you are taking anything for glaucoma, thyroid medicine, because it works with those hormones, you don't want to mess with the thyroid medications, barbiturates, sedatives, or any other drugs that affect serotonin, you should definitely talk to your doctor before using lemon balm. And you should talk to them if you are pregnant or breastfeeding or want to give it to a child to see what the amounts would be, or if you have any type of scheduled surgery. So obviously, not meant to replace any other medical stuff, but meant to, assist and help. But you got to make sure that it's not going to interact with anything else that you are taking. Rachel says, I didn't see a tummy trouble tea. Do you think it's you could put something together to help with gas and bloating symptoms? Absolutely. Honestly, the chai would help pretty well with that. If you're not adding your, well, let me see. The detox will help with that if you're not turning it into chai and adding your milk. But you actually don't use regular milk as a vegan anyway. So that might actually be pretty good for you. A lot of the things that are in that detox tea are things that help with gas and bloating. But things, all the different types of mints, peppermint, spearmint, and obviously the lemon balm and things like that do help with that. And ginger can assist with that as well. I am going to be ordering ginger to have in the shop. And I just got in lemon peel to add to additions for things too. So I'm hoping to those remedies that I do for the 2 quick remedies that I have a video about. So if you're not sure, I will post that in the comments below, in the video description below after the video. But there's 2 quick home remedies that I have a video about. And one of them is using lemon peel, lemons, oranges, and ginger. But you can do it with lemon peel, orange peel, and dried ginger. So I was going to make that as a product for the store for giving you that vitamin C and helping you to open up your chest and to help you to breathe a little bit better with respiratory things. So I will actually have ginger in the store, so I will be able to change around a few of the things and might be able to come out with a tummy tea. Um, she says it's more for her hubby than for her because he doesn't drink the chai, and she uses oat milk. Yes, dairy is death for her. Yeah, dairy is very bad for her, from what I understand. Um, so yeah, I have nothing in mine, nothing in my chai. I'm just drinking just the herbal chai by itself. No sweetener, no milk, nothing, just the herbs and the tea. So yeah, right now, dairy would not be very good for me. You can probably hear that my voice is a little bit gravelly still. I'm still having lots of postnasal drip and stuff in my chest. So that's mostly where I'm dealing with things. I've been using a lot of the Breathe Free tea and taking tons and tons of tinctures. You guys would laugh if you saw the amount of tinctures and medicines that I'm taking right now. So, more than anything that I would probably recommend to anyone, I probably wouldn't even tell you everything that I would take by the way I'm feeling right now. But it has finally started to break through when I added in the cat's claw. So I think that's why my headache and everything is gone today, and I'm feeling not achy all over. But um, so hopefully, some of the new products that I have ideas for, and, you got to always look at the lining in those clouds and be mindful of where you're at. So, me paying attention to where I was at gave me a lot of time to just sit and write down ideas and lounge around and think about all of the things that I might want to do in the future, or think about other ways that I can help all of you. Um, and to pay attention to my body and know what it needed. And it needed lots of sleep. So that's probably why I got sick to begin with, not being quite as mindful as I always suggest everyone to be. So, like I said, it's sometimes good to get that inspiration from places where you don't think that um, inspiration might be coming from. There is so many different ways that you can um, just look at things in a different way. And if you can be mindful and surround yourself with those good energies and surround yourself with all the things that you need to get better, then you will be able to um, move forward and to uh, focus on being more in the now. So, I saw a post earlier today by a close friend of mine, which I thought was really awesome. And it's a quote. And she says, sometimes you have to let go of the picture of what you thought it would be like and learn to find joy in the story of actually living. And that's by Rachel Marie Martin. So that was kind of a reminder to me to make sure that I am being more mindful. So I'm hoping to inspire all of you guys to be a little bit more mindful about where you actually are and enjoying the life that you can be living right this moment instead of worrying about the future or living in the past. And that doesn't mean that we don't manifest. That's our last several weeks of talking have been about abundance and manifestation and goals and working towards our goals. And yes, we always have that. And I'll be inspiring you guys to continue doing that. Rachel has come up with an awesome DIY for you guys this week. If you don't know, every Tuesday, Rachel has a DIY, and we are actually turning all of them into blog articles as we go through this year. So there'll be a new blog up every Tuesday. and you should definitely be checking those out. You can find them over on the website at transformationalhealingbydawna.com. And this week she's working on vision boards. So, working on surrounding yourself with those things that inspire you is an amazing way to um, keep those ideas in the forefront of your mind. I guess that's the best way to talk about that. So I think that Tuesday's video, I might try to focus on that and show you little clips of all the places that I have inspiration around the house and in my workspace and all of those kinds of things. It'll just be a short video this week. And just giving you ideas for how to work on your own inspiration with vision boards and affirmation cards. And we have affirmation cards in the shop actually that you can print out. They are the same group of 36 affirmations for right now for our first batch that we put out. But they're decorated differently to go with our themes for all of the printable planners that we came out with of other ways to work on that inspiration for yourself. There's all kinds of things in the planners for self-care and worksheets to go through, journal sheets to write down things, to write down your dreams. There's a whole entire witchy set of them that goes into daily divinations and the Sabbats on the Wheel of the Year and working with lunar energies. And then there's another set for the healing path that has a lot more to do with the crystals and the herbs and yoga and guided meditations and mindfulness and things like that. So it's all types of inspiration for you. And you can find those over in the shop. But along with that, we made affirmation cards for each of those sets. So they're decorated to match the sets. And we've had so much positive feedback. People are really enjoying using them because they're inspiring them to keep working on those things that they started at the new year and that they're going to continue planting as we get closer and closer to Imbolc, which is coming up at the end of this month. It's February 1st into February 2nd is when you celebrate Imbolc. So I spend all the time between the winter solstice and Imbolc, which includes the new year, working on those new ideas and those goals and setting up all of that stuff. It's not something that you just, set a New Year's resolution. It's something that you work on planting continuously. And even after Imbolc, keep planting until Ostara and keep working on it. So working with the Wheel of the Year and how the seasons change, and as spring comes and we get to the halfway point through winter and then we get to spring, really helps you to connect to the cycles of the sun. And then working with the moon and the ebb and the flow of the moon really helps you to connect that way. And so it's really inspiring to work with those cycles and to keep going. Rachel's saying a really helpful note I came across when researching for the vision boards was the warning to be careful not to overpack. Absolutely. Meaning not to have so much clutter on them that you lose track of your main focus. That is absolutely true, especially if you're using them to manifest specific goals. If you're using them just for inspiration, little bits of like affirmations all over the place, it's not quite as bad. But if you are using those more like a spell, more like something that you're manifesting a very specific goal, you don't want to have that too wide and too cluttered. You want to have it focused in on exactly what you are working with. So she's also saying, as one of your squirrel friends, I thought that was a very important note for me, not just the vision board, but for her daily life. And that's very true. The other day was Squirrel Appreciation Day, so we put out our focus oil and focus line, because that's why it was created, was to help all my squirrel friends. Um, it's something that I usually don't have issues with, but all of that focus stuff, if I really need to get some work done, it really helps me as well. So it's not just for those. Wait, what were you talking about? Were you talking about something else the other day? Oh, never mind. So wait, what was I supposed to be talking about? It's not just for those moments. um, but those moments happen to all of us. But keeping focused and having those things in front of you on a daily basis can really, really help with that inspiration. So, that new article will come out on Tuesday. So, if you're on the email list, it'll get mailed to you. Um, and it'll be out in all of our social media, but you can also just check out the website. So, Rachel, did you have any more questions about inspiration today or anything else? Because my throat is already starting to get going, and we've almost hit a half an hour. I thought this was going to be a really short one. So we'll see. I'm trying to think about what else we have coming up. Well, Valentine's Day is coming up, so I'm sure there'll be a few new love items or a love sale going on over in the website. Coming up probably next weekend, I'd say. So keep your eyes on that. But there's all kinds of tinctures, herbal remedies, and spiritual supplies for all of your spells or the different incenses and things that you are making, or if we have incenses and oils and things like that already made as well. Ritual baths. There's classes for ritual baths and crystals and different things like that, and crystals in the website. All kinds of different stuff to inspire you along your path to balance, which is what the channel is all about. So she's saying that she's all good and that I should go get some more rest. And she's mainly focused on getting her ready for her flight this Thursday. You're going to have a wonderful and safe flight, to be able to go visit your family. I hope that you really get to enjoy that. I am going to focus on going to sip some more tea and get some of that inspirational stuff ready and set for you, and try to rest my voice for a little while. So hopefully I'll get a video recorded on the vision boards, like I said, for Tuesday. I did have to skip last Tuesday's video. That was definitely a no-go. But I hope that you guys have a blessed week, and we'll be back here next Sunday at 2 for our spiritual check-in. We usually try to stick to the theme of the week unless there's other cool things going on. But if you manage to watch all of this on the replay, make sure you subscribe so that you catch us when we go live next Sunday, and you catch all the new videos as well. So many blessings, tribe, and we'll see you real soon.